Hello guys and welcome here to race number 15 of the Jello Cup Series season from the Iowa Speedway. Starting on the pole will be the number 99 of Nate Rattray. Starting in second will be Ben Crouch. Starting in third will be Landon Martin. In fourth is Gene Sanford. Fifth is Ethan Lynn. Sixth will be Nathan Faden. Seventh will be Charles Sanford. Eighth, Ryan Monaco. Ninth, Tyler Rattray. And in 10th is James Qualls. Let's take you now, starting lineup here from Iowa. Pace cars off. First time the Cup guys have ever been to Iowa. Who can come out on top today as Nate Rattray leads him to the green and we are underway. Nate Rattray gets a great start in that number 99 for Go Fast. Landon Martin gets out to second really quick. And Ethan Lynn will get third. Ben Crouch is just a sitting duck on that outside lane. He has to wait for a gap to get to the inside and has not found one yet, and now Tyler Rattray will look for that position from him. Meanwhile, up front, Nate Rattray has kind of gotten away, but here comes that 65 of Landon Martin. Keep in mind, this is kind of a short race compared to the other short track race amount of laps. The other thing is these guys got to keep in mind, this is a really short week ahead. Not many chances. And it's a tough week ahead because we go from here to Sonoma tomorrow. Then we go to Kentucky, so a lot of cross-country traveling. And then we wrap up the week at Daytona on Wednesday before the mid-season break, which will be Thursday through Sunday, and then we return possibly Monday, but we'll have a mid-season break as the caution is out. Don't know exactly what happened yet, but we're about to find that out. That's why we got replays. But first, let's watch these pit stops. I mentioned the mid-season break coming up for these guys. They want to end the first part of the season on a high note, and that means these guys need a good run today, possibly to get some momentum for the second half of the season. As into the pit stalls they go. Nate Rattray into his it looks like right side they're going to go on. And it was right side tires for the 65. And same for everyone else. But Landon Martin wins the race off. Let's see what happened. Looks like Caleb Parker here got hooked by the 15. He just goes spinning through the inside, into the grass. That brings out our first caution today. Let's bring you back to the green. We are getting ready for the restart, but the 65 has an issue. It looks like that is a tough break for them. That will hand the lead over to Tyler Rattray, as he's going to have to pit and figure out what the problem is. That is a tough break for that team. They've had no luck this season after a championship 4 run last season. As Rattray leads them to the green, we're underway. Ethan Lynn's going to be hot in his tracks. And so will the 99, his teammate. Oh, they almost touch, and Ethan Lynn to the inside. Ethan Lynn will take the lead this time by. And Nate Rattray will take the position from his brother Tyler. And he now has the second position. Up ahead though, Landon Martin. Looks like they got their issue solved. Don't exactly know what it was. Maybe a loose wheel would be my guess, considering they got it out of the pits really quick. Loose wheel or something they didn't like, so sure enough they bring it on the pit lane to fix it. That is a tough break for the 65 team, not the kind of result they are going to want. And here goes 7. He's going to look to put him another lap down. And he will. Rather, that did put him a lap down. He's a little off the pace, so that's not good for the 65. Here comes Nate Rattray. Keep in mind, both these guys battling for the lead right now are in control, I believe, of the top 30. They are barely inside. And I mentioned beforehand, this is the final week, or the final 4 races coming up before our mid-season break, and on top of it, this week we'll open up the race to the chase after Sonoma. When we go to Kentucky, it'll be the midway point, or it'll be the race to the chase at that point. And that could be some bad news if you're Jessica McNeilson in that number 14. She's outside the top 30 with a win. Same thing if you're Brad Fusion. He is just on the outside. And a run like this by the 7 and the 99 could surely hurt him in the stand, or could hurt him severely toward making the chase. That 78 is hot in their tracks as well, but we are going to have an intense battle for the lead, probably within the next lap or so. As Nate Rattray is all over the back of that 7. And Ben Crouch back there, he already has a win this season. Would love to hit victory lane for the second time this season. And that would be really good for the 78 team, as they've been a little inconsistent this season. It would put them, without question, in the chase. You know, you got Max Anderson back there without a win. You know, Jean Sanford, keep in mind, is also at the back half of the standings. A good run today could put her, or keep her in the top 30 and probably increase that gap to 31st, which is something that 66 and the 14 do not want to see. I mean, Jessica McNeilson has a lot of points to make up in that 14. '99 got a good entrance into the corner. I mean, the 99's good, but I don't think he's as good as the 7 is in clean air. That 7 of Ethan Lynn is pretty fast in the clean air. Like we said, Sonoma is next for these guys. The road course, another wild card race, as I like to call it. Then we got Kentucky, Daytona, another one. When we come back from the mid-season break, we'll be headed to 8 Bowl, another super speedway, a major wild card on the schedule. As it is a super speedway, you are going to be making left and right turns on. So a major wild card. Few races coming up. But here at Iowa, not much of a wild card event, but the first ever time these guys have run here. Over on the Cup side. So far, minus the whole spin by Caleb Parker, they have managed to keep it clean. The Straight Talk guys ran here, I believe, twice last season, did pretty decently. But of course, like we mentioned, the Straight Talk no longer active, as we are now at the halfway mark of the race. Ethan Lynn continues to lead. We should have pit stops, though, coming very, very soon, I would imagine. And that 99, your pole sitter, he's been hot in the tracks of the 7 of Ethan Lynn. Just hasn't had the momentum to be able to pass yet. It's clear the 7 is worn out his equipment just about, or his tires for this run as the caution is out. We had a wreck on the backstretch with Hillary Sanchez, Trent Fusion, Tim Horton. That 23 has been on a real downward slide as of late. And if they are done for the day, that is going to hurt them. It saves these guys from green flag stops, luckily. For the most part, no one's going to take pit road except for the 83. Max Anderson, let's go see what happened. 23 got into the corner just a little hot. Hit his brother. Trent Fusion hit his brother there, Trent Fusion hit his brother, Brad Fusion there. And unfortunately collects the 42, and that ends all 3 of these guys' days right there. Engines blown. And then Zach Buchanan plows into this as well. He's going to have some damage to repair. Eric Faden. Oh, the 42 hit the inside wall as well. That is a tough break for these guys. Let's take you back to the green. Interesting turn of events here. All the leaders came down just as the pace lights went off. I don't know if these guys are going to be able to get up to speed in time for the restart. This is going to be interesting. Max Anderson will be the race leader. And I believe Richard Johnson will be in second. Luis Hernandez in third. Charles Sanford fourth. James Qualls in fifth as we are back underway. Yeah, turn of events there. I don't think these guys caught the lead group in time, but here goes Richard Johnson to the inside. And he is going to take the lead away. How about that for Team Velocity? A good run going for them as they gain the lead. They've had kind of an up and down. They've had a roller coaster season. Man, a win would be a bright spot for them. But Luis Hernandez now looks to the inside, can't get down in time, or can't get enough momentum to pass the 93. Luis Hernandez has a win this season. A second one would just about solidify him into the chase. Richard Johnson ran last season. Had a chance to get into the chase. He could have made it on points, I believe, because he was just so consistent up at the cup level, ran very well. Didn't have a win to show for it, though, in that 93. And that's always a tough break. This team could do something they didn't do last season. Win. But not just that. They can make the chase this season. Or be eligible for the chase, rather. We will have to see, though. There's still a lot of laps left. And Luis Hernandez is back there, your past champion. He could have a say in who wins this race. You know, Max Anderson, he's in the hunt up front in the points, as I believe the caution just came out again. Oh, Sam Curtis, Zach Buchanan, Jonathan Rains. That is a tough break for those guys. Will there be pit stops? Let's go see what happened. So it all starts over here. Joshua Scully gets a little bit, Alexander Rowe gets a little bit hot off the corner. And 34 just on the bottom lane. Should have probably slowed down there. Couldn't get slowed down in time, possibly. I don't know. Collects these guys as well. Big wreck here on lap number 36. Let's take back to the green. Getting ready for the restart. Here with 10 laps to go. Take a look at the cars out of the race. Cars a lap down. Richard Johnson will restart in the lead. Luis Hernandez will be second. Max Anderson third. James Qualls fourth. Ethan Lynn fifth. Stephen Thompson in sixth. Charles Sanford seventh. Caleb Parker rebounds to eighth after spinning early. Ben Crouch in ninth. And Tyler Rattray rounds out your top 10. Good restart for Richard Johnson. And a good rebound for Caleb Parker. He spun early through the grass. Somehow this team gets back up to 8th. And could be in a position for a very good finish. 9 laps to go. Battle for second going on. And it looks like it's going to settle out for this lap. And Luis Hernandez gets a good run off the corner. Just about almost ran over the 93 rather. And he has his eyes set on that 93 right now. Luis Hernandez could go for his 3rd career win today and his 2nd of the season. That would more than solidify him in the chase once again. He won it at Texas. So it's been a while since he's last won this season. Man, he is all over the bumper of that 93. Keep in mind, if a caution comes out, there is no NASCAR overtime in this race. I just want to point that out as we are coming up on 6 to go. We should get a restart, though, if the caution came out now, but as we get into the final 5 laps, once again, no NASCAR overtime here. We will see it at Daytona and 8 Bowl, though, if absolutely needed. We got a battle for second going on now, back there. Max Anderson wants it, and he's going to get it as Luis Hernandez gets into the wall. Here comes Ethan Lynn. He will take 3rd. And it looks like James Qualls will take 4th. Luis Hernandez is going to slide to the back. And he hits the wall again. Gets a little damage there. We're coming to 4 to go. Can Richard Johnson hang on? And the question is, do they have enough fuel? I think they should. But we will see in the end. I've seen a lot of strange things play out. And here comes that 7 of Ethan Lynn. He's going to get second with 3 to go. As 83's up in the wall. I don't think anyone's going to catch that 93. Two laps to go. Here comes Ethan Lynn. He has his eyes set on that 93. He might have a shot if he can get a good run through this corner. If not, next time by. Man, he's going to be all over the bumpers. We get to the white flag this time. One more lap to go for Richard Johnson. We mentioned it. He had a decent season last season. Here goes Max Anderson. He's now going to look for the lead. Can he get to the inside? He gets there. Off the final corner. Richard Johnson will win at Iowa. As we almost just had a bizarre finish here. Congratulations to Richard and that team. Nice try by the 83 team. I believe that Luis Hernandez getting down there kind of hurt them in the end, unfortunately. Oh man, tough break for those guys. We want to thank you for watching. Here come your results and standings. We'll see you at Sonoma for race number 16. Goodbye, everyone.